It's like the worst thing. To get comic books that you really like, gorgeous Steranko covers, and then it's like, hey, art project.
No, I know. These fantastic Steranko interiors, you know?
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Buy a digital copy.
We're back. We're chatting about the top 10 hottest comic books of the week, courtesy of Who Russ.
Key Collector Comics.
If you use the code TOM101, you get a free week subscription of the best comic book collecting app that exists on the market. This app gets updated every day, throughout the day, all the time, so you can keep up on your comic book news.
We also have a fantastic collaboration with Scout Comics. They are getting us an exclusive comic of Gutt Ghost #1, and the best way to get it is to sign up for our mystery mail call. 15th of the month is the deadline.
Every member is going to be getting one exclusive comic book, and I'm so stoked about it.
Super cool.
All right, so we got 10 comic books. Let's kick this list off at number 10. Hit the subscribe button before we go any further. We make a lot of comic book content. We want you here for the ride. At number 10, we got Secret Wars, issue number 3 making the list. We were talking about Secret Wars 1 a couple weeks ago. Is there a relationship here? Doesn't look like it. Secret Wars 1, we saw 9/8 hit $250 just a couple days ago and 2 weeks ago. So it's still going strong.
Wow.
Secret Wars issue number 3, the first appearance of Titania.
Okay.
What's going on here? Okay, we're seeing a 200% increase in sales in just 1 week. Wow. This book's going for $10 raw, and we're seeing a 9.8 hit $120. This is pure speculation because Titania is a She-Hulk adversary. She later fights She-Hulk in issue number 7 of Secret Wars for the first time. That book's also seeing some interest as well. All we know is that She-Hulk's coming to Marvel Plus. That's it. That's all that's been said, that she's bringing her lawyer skills to make a very unique show for the Disney community. Keep an eye out. But again, this is very early spec news. People are gunning for, She-Hulk villains.
Right.
Maybe this is the one to be paying attention to.
Another great rumor mill. Number 9 on the list, we have Marvel Spotlight number 2. There's no confirmation on this, but first appearance of Werewolf by Night in Marvel Spotlight number 2 would be a great book to start, because we have Blade that's been confirmed, we have Moon Knight that's been confirmed, and we know that there's a lot of potential where we could have Jack Russell, the Werewolf by Night, coming in and doing some fantastic stuff. Now, this is a great book and it's been undervalued for a very long time. You can still pick these up raw in mid-grade for about $130, but even recently we had a 9.6 go for almost $1,800.
Yeah, that spiked quick, but for good reason. Jack Russell may be making his way to the MCU, and I'm excited. Coming in at the list at number 8, we have more D23 news. We're getting Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. All right, we're getting an animated series to Marvel Plus.
Super cool.
However, that's spiking a couple comic books. The first one we're going to talk about is Devil Dinosaur number 1.
Yes.
This run, short-lived, came out back in 1978. Actually didn't feature Moon Girl. It featured Moon Boy, the first human being that would ride this dinosaur.
Right.
Now, the updated run, that features a more familiar character that a lot of our audience is going to recognize. Happy birthday to the King this week.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing major spikes. $40 raw, $340 for a 9.8.
Wow.
This is a huge increase in sales in just 7 days. These comics are moving fast. In just 1 week, we're seeing an increase in sales of 343%.
Crazy.
At number 7, we have the 2016 series making the list, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur issue number 1. In raw grade, going for $30, $210 for 9.8. This is an increase of 253% in sales in just 7 days. There's only a handful of minor keys in this run. It's a good series. Issue number 32, first appearance of Princess Fisk, really didn't get much love over this past year outside of when it premiered. Now we're seeing sales at like $15. We've got to give a shout out to that Fantastic Four 48 homage. But the real comic book that we need to be paying attention to is the 1 in 25 Trevor Von Edan number 1 variant, seeing spikes to $500 after this news from D23.
Keep in mind that almost every book in the Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur run has a less than 10,000 print run, and that is going to drive these prices when people start seeing the show.
And we got some cap news. at number 6.
Captain America number 354 on this list is the first appearance of John Walker as the U.S. agent, formerly the Super Patriot. Now, we have confirmation that he is supposed to be the villain in the Falcon and Winter Soldier movie, which we know is coming out. A lot of good excitement, and there's a ton of great Cap fans out there being able to see how this torch is getting passed. Raws of this book are going in the $25 range right now.
Which is interesting. I'm surprised to see that this is going to be the replacement of Cap. Are we not seeing Sam take on the mantle?
The speculation for so long was that finally Sam has the shield. We know he's taking over. Oh, wait, now he's not? So I can't wait to see what happens with this one.
We also have some giveaways. What do we got?
We do have a Captain America 337, which is the first time Steve Rogers tries on the black suit, and 354, which again is the book we're talking about on the list.
Let us know what your thoughts are about the D23 news in the comment section below. I'll enter you to win both of these books. And then let's take a look at the list here at number 5, because we have more D23 news causing comic book spikes. We have all new Marvel Point 1, issue number 1, the first appearance of Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. She's getting her own show. That's causing this book to spike. We're seeing this book go for $30 raw, but more impressively, we're seeing 9/8 hit $430. We're seeing a spike of about 900% in sales in just 1 week for this one comic book.
That's crazy, Tom. When this book came out, it was almost a throwaway because Marvel had the point ones, the jumping on point. So they were really pushing heavily these books that introduced new characters that no one really cared about. So it's great to see this spiking because of Kamala Khan.
Keep an eye out for the 1 in 75 Steve McNevin variant. This is going for $500. And I'm also keeping an eye out on the second print variant. This has the blue border, lower print, and that's going for $40 to $50 when they sell in high grade.
Number 4 this week, we have Savage She-Hulk number 1. This book has already been getting love for quite some time, but with the new D23 news and the live action series, oh yeah, I'm really excited to see where this is going to go because Disney has already talked about how this is going to be a very different show from anything else they have in their docket. There's been a lot of love for Savage. There's been a lot of love for Sensational She-Hulk recently. There's that She-Hulk run that has those great Greg Horn covers on it. Beautiful stuff. But number 1, Savage She-Hulk cannot be beat. We are seeing Raws going for 115 now. A 9.8 went for 615, and it's currently at 550% higher than we've seen in the last week. This is a crazy spike for this book.
That's right. Crazy high percentage in copies sold. We're looking at like close to 300 copies sold in under a week. Wow. Yeah, nuts. All right, let's take a look at number 3 on the list. We have Marvel Comics Presents issue number 1000 making the list. This is the D23 exclusive. We have Mickey Mouse on the cover. This,
we do.
I believe, is the first time this has happened in Marvel Comics.
That's right, Tom. This is the first time Disney owns Marvel Comics, and now we finally have the debut of the mouse on the cover of a Marvel comic.
Now, this exclusive is going for $200. It looks like someone purchased a 9/8 for $480. This happened so quick that it's hard to judge the worth of this book, but still almost $500 for this book. But another fun thing that happened is at this show, as little as 20 sketch variants made their way out into the crowd. And it was done similarly to how the Silver Surfer Black variant was distributed at San Diego Comic-Con. They gave them to people that they deemed were worthy.
Well, we also have to keep in mind that there's 2 things driving this price right now. 1, this was sent out as a 1 per store variant to some shops. I've talked to 10 different shops and only 3 I know got this. The back of it says D23 variant. So it is very clearly the same one that they gave out. There are none of the sketch ones that I know that went out to shops. There was also that rumor about the Mark Waid essay being printed in the D23 version. It was not. But because of that rumor, we're seeing a lot of people jumping the gun and paying more for this book. It seems to have settled in the $180, $200 range, and that's probably where it's going to stay for a while.
Now, these black and white sketch variants, rumor is between 20 and 30 of them exist. We have no prices on those. None of those have hit the market yet. But what we do know is that Carnage variant from San Diego, we have word from Key Collector that there was a private sale of over $600 for that one book. So gives you kind of an idea of where these exclusives are headed in price.
Coming in at number 2 this week, another bit of vintage goodness. I love this book, Werewolf by Night 32. And you know what? We already talked about Jack Russell, so now we're talking about Moon Knight. This book has spiked again, whenever they make Moon Knight information, whenever they're talking about a Moon Knight show or series or movie, it's going up. Raws, for a pretty low grade right now, you'd be able to find them for $800. A 9.6 went for $6,100. It's currently at 150% higher than it was in the last week for a pretty unattainable book. It's tough to find raw, and you're going to have to spend a lot of money. So another one that would be great to look for is Marvel Spotlight 29. Now, we talked about 28 before, which is his first solo series. It's got that great yellow and blue cover. 29 is his second solo. This is really affordable. You can find raw copies in the $20, $25 range on eBay. A 9.6 went for about $150. And there is also a super scarce 30-cent regional variant. So if you're looking for something that's going to have more potential long run, look for the 30-cent variant of Marvel Spotlight number 29.
We got to ask for your support, Comic Fam. Hit that like button. We're also going to be doing an additional giveaway right here, right now. Can you show the Comic Fam this John Boy print? It's Wonder Woman. It's signed, and it's gorgeous.
It is so beautiful.
All right, just comment down below. Let us know what you think about the D23 news. We'd like to hear from you. Did you get anything fun on the hunt this week? What was your Wednesday picks? Let us know. And let's talk about number one on the list. We have, coming out of nowhere, Avengers 48, first appearance of the Black Knight, making the list.
This is so good because there was confirmation that Jon Snow is going to be doing our Black Knight now, and I am super excited. This is great news.
I'm happy for him. He had a movie that came out this year. It didn't do very well.
No.
And it's nice to see where he's headed now. He's heading to the MCU. He's going to be playing a character that I think is going to be really comfortable to play.
Yeah.
We're going to see him in the Eternals. And Avengers 48, the first appearance of this character who takes on the mantle of Black Knight. We're seeing $160 for mid-grade copies sell right now. We're seeing a 9.8 exceed $1,700. Obviously, D23 News has caused so many books to spike.
Oh, yeah.
This one over 1,500% in copies sold in just 1 week.
And a great thing to keep in mind is, even though D23 was this last week and confirmed a lot of these rumors, a ton of these books were on the spec deck on the Key Collector app. If you had been paying attention to these books that had potential, that had rumors that were on the spec deck, you could have been ahead of the curve. Keep in mind that Captain America 354, the one that we talked about and we are giving away this week, was listed on the spec deck. There are no confirmed sales of a CGC of that book. So there's a good chance you could have been ahead of the curve if you were paying attention.
That's right. Use that code TOM101 to get a free week subscription of the best comic book app that exists on the market. And hit the subscribe button. You know, we make a lot of comic book themed content. We don't want you to miss out on anything. And then Russ, we have our sponsor, Kevin Esslinger Art.
Mm-hmm.
He's hooking up every member of the Mystery Mail Call with a print in their box every month going forward. We have this dope Carnage one.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute Carnage. He just killed it with that one. And if you visit kevinesslinger.com, you can pack 4 different prints into your cart. If you use code TOM101, you get 3 of those prints for free.
We did have 3 fantastic giveaways from last week, and the winner of Headless #1 and exclusive from Scout Comics is Bubblehead Rob. The winner of Planet Caravan #1 and the exclusive is Steve Johnson, and rounding out the copy of Tom's Batman 77 is Thaddeus.
Special thanks to Scout because both of the winners, Bubblehead and Steve Johnson, they're also going to be getting a copy of the other exclusive comics too.
Nice.
They're both going to be getting a set of Headless and Planet Caravan. Thanks, James and the Scout crew. And congratulations on selling out of Headless on the website.
Nice.
People liking that Paper Girls style.
That is awesome.
All right. Thanks, Comic Fan. We do appreciate your time today. As always,
Geek responsibly.
enough said. Oh, want to give a big thank you to the comic book community who have gone over to the ComicTom101 blog, where we have a bunch of cool articles from a bunch of content creators. Got Reggie Collects, Certified Comic Shop, Gem Mint Collectibles, all bringing the heat. Joe Ryan Comics, Anna Reed's, Bueller. The list goes on.
So cool.
I mean, the Guru just wrote some Golden Age goodness on there as well. So hit the link in the bio. Check out the blog. A lot of great comic book content for the community.